We have James de Villiers joining us. He is an expert in mental health, a psychologist, and a hypnotherapist. So thank you for joining us, James.
It's my pleasure.
So mental health is such an important topic, and I do want to ask you the most famous question. If I'm an entrepreneur, what should I do first? Where can I start on my mental health journey?
You know, I think I've heard it today that they emphasize the importance of surrounding yourself with people, because no man is an island. But what I've found in my practice is that I think it's actually becoming a necessity to find yourself not so much a therapist to deal with problems in the first place, but to help you with growth. Because there's no doubt that your personal life affects your journey as a founder. And I think one has to balance that. And to be more specific, you know, the challenges that we encounter in business are often a reflection of the challenges we've experienced in the past. So if you deal with, you know, if you process emotions and the way you dealt with your problems in the past, and you actually access that, process it properly, then you do better in your business. So the two are sort of interdependent. I think it's, to answer it short, you've got to find someone that you can trust and speak to on a periodical basis.
Okay, I like that. So do you think it's possible for someone to process it on their own? If not, where can they go? What can they do? So where do I start?
Well, if you ask me, can you do it on your own? I really think we have it in us to deal with it on our own. But as I said, you need guidance. But ultimately, the guidance you get is actually to bring out what's already there, obviously. But I think one needs someone to do it with you. Where you can start, I think one good way to look at it is to speak to people you trust and ask them whether they've been to someone before that they can talk to more privately. So get a referral. That's always a good start. And then if you don't do that, well, maybe you can look on the internet, define for yourself what is it that you really want. Yeah, and do a bit of research yourself. And then if you contact, let's say, either a coach or a psychologist, ask questions. What is your expertise? And go with your needs and ask whether, whether that person can help you with these specific needs. So do a bit of homework, you know.
I like that do a bit of homework. All right. And then I'm just along the same lines. If I'm an entrepreneur and I'm facing challenges or setbacks, so you talked about having the right people surrounding you. What else can I do? What else can I do when I'm facing challenges?
Well, I think going back to what I've just said, to the group, I think to sit still and make notes. How do I define my challenges that I have? List them. And what you can do is also to ask yourself, what have I done in the past to deal with these challenges? And then, did it work? If it didn't work, write down new needs that you have. Think about solutions for it. If you have tried those solutions and they don't work, then you get help. But I think it's a matter of sitting still, ask yourself, what are my challenges? And you'll be surprised if you sit still how the answers come to you. I think so often we're overwhelmed, by challenges, that we become scattered. But the moment you sit down and you write them down, it's almost like it comes to you.
Okay. Sit down, sit still,
sit still.
Write it down.
Yes,
okay, I like that. And then my last question, because I'm also sure people are curious about this, is how do I hypnotize my husband?
Oh, goodness. Let me think, you know.
Are you going to give us an answer? Okay, I love that.
Let me think. Have you watched the Lucifer series?
I have. Okay. I have the first season only.
You look into his eyes and you ask him, what do you really desire? And then he's hypnotized.
Thank you so much, James. And then if you could just share a sentence or two to all the entrepreneurs who are watching this, just final words, what would you say to them?
Well, I've ended off now with something that I really believe, because my own journey didn't start where I ended now, because I also changed from careers, but I always liked all of them. But whenever I had to make a big decision, I remember what a good friend of mine, he's deceased now in Port Elizabeth, said to me when I asked him, what shall I do? And he looked at me more than once and he said, have you forgotten what I told you? Just keep on doing what you do well, and everything will work out for the best.
Thank you.
It's my pleasure.
Thank you, James, for joining us.
It's my pleasure.